So I think Monday night was just a really great start to getting back to competition. We came out with a lot of energy and just a lot of excitement, ready to play again and to compete against somebody other than ourselves. And it was really neat to see how our team has developed in a really unique situation over the last year. We've actually made some improvements in our dynamic movement. We've made some improvements from individual concepts. And overall, we looked like a pretty solid, deep team, which was great. We were able to play everybody that was healthy and give them minutes, not just in their own positions, but different positions, and had a bunch of different people score goals. So it wasn't just one or two people that we're going to be relying on. It's going to be a complete team effort going into the fall, which is what we want and what we hope for. A couple things to work on. One is just our defensive mentality. I want us to be a lot more intense, a lot more stringent when it comes to defending. We gave up two pretty soft goals, to be completely honest, that were really all our mistakes more than anything. Not to take away from Hiram, but it was definitely mistakes out of the back that cost us goals. And that's not going to fly when it comes to, a regular season game and UAA competition. So that's something we definitely want to work on. And I also think we need to work on just the enthusiasm off the bench all of the time. It doesn't matter if you're playing, if you're winning, if you're losing, just making sure that we're super positive and super supportive of each other.
Yeah, I think in terms of positive, we were definitely able to obviously play off of each other. I think the excitement itself really brought a lot of positivity on the field. We were able to distribute the ball, play off each other. Our attack was amazing. Our shots were on frame. I mean, we were able to get 11 goals. So it's very exciting to kind of get back in the groove of things, not being able to play for over a year. It's been, it was one of those games where, with the lead that we had, it gave us opportunity to be like, yeah, we missed a sport. This is why we're playing the sport we're playing. It was really nice to just get back in the groove of things and just, play just to play, just to have fun. I think it helped a lot of the freshmen out with the nerves because obviously they haven't played any games so far. So, I mean, that was definitely a positive. We were able to play as a unit, like I said before. Our shooting accuracy was there. Our ability to build out of the attack, get numbers in the box. I mean, we were ripping shots the whole entire game. So that was definitely very exciting and something that I hope that we're able to build to for our game tomorrow against Franciscan. In terms of what we could work on, I would definitely say probably our transition needs to be a little faster from the attack to defending. As we play better teams, obviously, last night we had a little bit more time to kind of regroup and get through the transition. But if we're looking long term here for the fall, to play the UAA team, the transition from offense to defense vice versa needs to be a little bit quicker. Coach mentioned yesterday, kind of just being a little bit more unpredictable. Some of our plays yesterday were pretty predictable in terms of the things that we were doing in terms of, maybe sometimes not looking over our shoulders, playing the ball out. Just being able to kind of challenge ourselves as players and work off each other and really just kind of make it like we want to push ourselves to be better. So that's definitely something we need to work on. And then, yeah, that's all I really have. I mean, last night was obviously a really successful game for us. Really, it was a great way to start the spring season in terms of just kind of getting comfortable with ourselves again, kind of incorporating the freshmen, seeing how it all is, how it works, and getting them incorporated into the team. But, in terms of negatives, there really weren't many. Just little small technical stuff that it's easy to fix. So I would definitely say if, we don't become compliant with how we're playing. That's how we got scored on yesterday. We kind of relaxed a little bit. And we need to make sure that we're keeping that intensity up because I feel like that we have the ability to do that. And we should be expecting the best out of ourselves and make sure that we're pushing each other and holding each other accountable. You get a little complacent when, you're up that many goals. I mean, I make sure that we're continuing that work ethic throughout. It could have prevented those 2 goals that were scored against us. So I think in terms of tomorrow, it's holding each other to those high standards, continuing to strive forward. And, regardless of the score, regardless of the situation, we're going into this game with a fresh new mind. And we want to get better. Like, that's the goal of these spring games because we should be looking long term in terms of like the fall coming up, the UAA, and the tough competition that we are playing in our games that aren't UAA for next year. I think is really going to be essential to the development of our team. It's just expecting not so much perfection, but just expecting a lot out of it, like expecting high expectations from each other and wanting to become a better team, and not just, you know, when we're winning, you know, 11 goals, we're not playing lower to our standards. We're still upholding those expectations from ourselves.
So tonight's going to be a little bit different of a challenge. Obviously, Monday was a scrimmage, so we had free-flowing subs and we could go in and out as we pleased. Tonight we have more regulation to it, so the players that start are probably going to have to play a few more minutes, and we're going to have to adapt based on fitness, based on masks, based on weather. Franciscan's also been in the middle of a season, so they're conditioned, they're seasoned, they're organized, and so we're going to have to face some different challenges that we didn't necessarily see on Monday, but hopefully it's another opportunity for us to play a lot of players, get them more experience going into the fall, because that's really what matters.